called again?
Convincing Idiots.
Convincing Idiots.
Called it ham gravy.
I informed them that I sided with the stat man, not just anyone's opinion, the stat man Brian Fisher.
These kids today.
Jingle All the Way is in fact the best Christmas movie of all time.
I need to get Grandma a present, and my herpes is flaring up. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, yo, yo. I'm the millennial
We're
Santa.
three friends representing three different generations. That's our whole shtick. That's our thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nick got the whole poop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing in the sea
Awesome.
breeze, holding a turd, just mightily. I'm just going hitting hats.
Anyway, on a lighter
Three.
note,
2, 1.
And welcome to the podcast, welcome to the vodcast, welcome to the broadcast. Boys and girls, welcome to the show. This is Convincing Idiots. My name's Dean.
I'm Brian, Gen X.
There he is.
And I'm your millennial Nick.
Hey, wait. No.
Wait,
No, get out of here. No.
There is. Wait a
Get out of
second.
here. Give me my beer back, kid.
Wait a second. Something's awry.
Yeah.
Something is afoot.
Something, there was, I apologize, there was trickery afoot. I am your millennial Nick. And,
Hey, that's Nick.
This is Convincing Idiots. This was obviously my son Lane here, being the imposter today. So, good night. I love you.
Gen
Thanks
Alpha.
for Gen Alpha. The next edition of Convincing Idiots, the next generation. So,
Is that what
but
they are? Are they Gen
that's
Alpha?
what he
Is that
tells
they are?
me. That's what he tells me. So
I don't care
yeah.
for that one bit.
Good Lord.
I believe so. So
Good Lord.
anyway, if this is your first time joining us, we are
Actually,
convincing
I've seen some of those kids. It should be Gen Omega.
Gen Omega.
Alpha is the beginning, Omega is the end.
Oh, there you go. Okay,
Yes.
makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay. Are we rolling?
We are. We are.
Okay, all right. Okay.
So that's interrupting Dean. That's Brian. I'm Nick, your millennial. We are Convincing Idiots. This is a podcast of three friends representing three different generations. And we like to talk about nerd and pop culture things of that variety here. If you would like to follow us on the social medias, you can
follow you to the
do
end of the
so
world.
By going to our Convincing Idiots link tree. Just Google Convincing Idiots, as you see here. Convincing Idiots.
Beautiful.
Linktree,
Beautiful.
LINKTREE, and there you will find links to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Our email is there. All of that stuff. As well as our website, convincingidiots.wordpress.com, and there you can find all of those links that I just mentioned, as well as links as to where to listen to our podcast for your enjoyment, and also you can learn a little about us. For right now, I'm going to give you a preview. This is
you
my
just blow out your
son,
back?
Oliver. Yes, my back is old and it hurts, and it's because of this guy right here. This is Oliver. He is my youngest son. Say hi, Oliver.
Hi.
Okay, and good night. I love you. So you can learn fun things about
He just
all
throws him down.
you can learn fun things about all three of us on the Convincing Idiots website. So we are here for another week. Gentlemen, it is the week of Thanksgiving. So we are thankful to be here with you. We are thankful for children that listen and go to bed when they're supposed to. We are thankful for schools for not having school tomorrow for Thanksgiving break. So we're here for another episode.
Two of us are here for a regular episode. Nick is up and is doing that episode live.
Anyway, gentlemen, Thanksgiving is upon us. Can I just say, this long weekend, is one of my favorites of the year, because I love Thanksgiving, not necessarily what it represents, but for the way we spend it. And, with family, it's kind of a laid back day. And for me, it's like, I love Christmas. So it's like the Christmas pregame show. Like, this is like the amp up to Christmas season. Like, this is when it's like, bam, next day is Black Friday. Let's go shopping. Every year on this weekend, Black Friday is when I put up my Christmas tree. Get the lights on the house, all that stuff. So it's a fun time. It's a laid back weekend. So this is one of my favorites coming up here.
Yeah, very good.
Always a good time.
I agree with you. I miss some family who moved. We went to my uncle's for several years, probably 20 plus years down in Worcester. My mom's brother. They've since retired and moved down to South Carolina. So we had to start a new tradition last year to come back here, and that'll still be nice. Yeah, but I agree with you. It's a nice laid back day and very chill. Yeah. And the Cowboys are on, so that's right. That's a good thing too.
Yep,
yeah.
Absolutely.
It's America's team.
It is.
That's right.
That's right. How about them Cowboys?
There's a couple things that you can rest assured that you will have is Turkey and the Cowboys losing. So
that's typical these days. And Detroit losing as well, typically. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Good stuff.
If I'm gonna have a tradition of assurance, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it is insurance.
Yes.
Because I want to start it right here, right now, and tell you about Blake Insurance.
All right.
Blake Insurance is an Erie insurance agency located in Barberton, Ohio. They provide auto, home, renters, business, and life insurance with honesty, decency, and affordability. Erie Insurance is above all else in service. You want to call 234-571-5359 or visit BlakeInsuranceLLC.com. For your free 5-minute quote today, make sure you tell them Convincing Idiot sent you.
Yes.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
That's just part of my Thanksgiving tradition.
Insurance.
Sorry to interrupt, Brian. By all means.
That's okay. You have a Thanksgiving tradition of reading insurance spots. It's nice.
I do. It's weird.
It is nice.
But, it's
most people shop for Black Friday deals on electronics. I shop for Black Friday deals on insurance. Just what we do.
It's, during Christmas time, people gather around the elders or the fire and read the Christmas Carol or 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. My family every year for Thanksgiving would gather around and we'd all read different insurance reads that we'd hear on podcasts.
That is nice.
In radio voices. That's nice. That's really nice.
Tradition is tradition, Brian.
Yep.
Sorry.
Nick,
Okay.
stop being so angry.
I'm just so upset.
So
you're part of the tradition now.
I am.
That's right. That's right. Speaking of tradition, I'm just curious. Do you have any Thanksgiving traditions as far as do you have certain, beyond the foods and stuff like that? So do you have a routine? Do you have a certain type of food beyond the normal traditional stuff? Go ahead, Dean.
Every year for the past 9 years that I have taken people who would want to normally spend time with their families, but instead do drugs, and I would make sure that they get behind a cell, and I would close the door and make sure they didn't hang themselves.
Super good.
It's nice.
Well, happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. And that was just at his parents' house, Nick.
Yeah. There's been years where he's not there. It is a tough undertaking, let me tell you. There's a lot.
Nick's calling me on the phone. Get here now.
Situation is not under control.
That's right. Can't we watch the game, Dad? You've seen this episode of MASH 14 times.
Shut he's over there creating a felony.
TV. That's right. That's right. So, in all seriousness, of course you've been working, so that's has been
over the past 9 years. I've worked every Thanksgiving for the past 9 years because so
because you're just so darn dedicated.
Well, sure, it's what I do, who I am.
Nick, what about you? Any traditional?
Not really on Thanksgiving, but like I said, this weekend the Christmas decorations go up, things like that. Of course, Black Friday is the viewing party first of the year for Jingle All the Way every year. Got to. As soon as the tree's up and it's fully decorated, that's what movie night is. Jingle All the Way. Oh, Jingle All the Way. It is a widely renowned film. Often mentioned as probably the greatest achievement in all of cinema. So much so to where it really transcends even holiday movies. It's just more of it's just a great movie across all platforms.
I'm assuming world-renowned and Shakespearean actors.
Absolutely,
are
Arnold
in this
Schwarzenegger.
film?
I'm sure you know of Sinbad.
Well,
yeah,
of
absolutely,
course.
yes, as well as Jake Lloyd, who later went on to completely revamp Star Wars, the Star Wars franchise. So yeah, pretty big deal. Pretty big deal.
Incredible.
Very good.
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, my days are typically very low key. Like obviously, we mentioned football. I would typically eat, sit, watch a game with family. I love it, and then we'll typically watch some type of a Christmas movie or something like that in the evening, like a Christmas Vacation or something like that, just to kind of get the season.
Yep.
Of course,
Jingle All the Way. Yeah.
Get the season coming. But I'm with you. I typically do the tree on this weekend as well. I get Friday off too, which is very nice. Yeah, and then I'm wearing my Ohio State shirt and hat. So this is the Ohio State Michigan week game.
There you go.
Typically, it's not. Last year was on a different day because of COVID.
I don't
but
think
this
you're
year,
supposed to say the actual name, Brian.
you're right. I'm not supposed to use the M, letter M at all. The team from up north. You're right.
Team up north.
Go Blue.
That's right. So, are you a Michigan fan?
I am
really?
a Michigan fan. Yes, I am.
No, he's just a shit disturber. That's all he is.
I'm a Michigan fan.
He just says, "Oh, what is everybody else like? I'll do the opposite."
I've been to Michigan before many times, and
Well, so have I.
I've
been to
to the
Pennsylvania.
games,
I'm not
like
rooting for the Steelers.
to Michigan State, to the big house, to the games.
And it just overwhelmed your heart.
Well,
You
I've
just
never had anything to do with
fell in
Ohio
love
State. I've never
with a bunch of 20-year-olds that don't get paid enough to play a game.
I mean, you're talking about the entire NCAA. I mean, that's not really a Michigan dig.
I really am, because I could give two shits less, honestly.
Yeah, no, I have no affiliate. I mean, we never cared about college football as a kid. I have no ties to the Ohio State Buckeyes, and I have more of I had like a lot of friends that went to Michigan and things like that, and there's just a lot of being around Ann Arbor and the experience and stuff like that. It just drew me to Michigan. Yeah, I just don't have any real ties to Ohio State.
Well, when the Ohio Center for Broadcasting gets a football team, I'll be all in. But until then, when it comes down to it, I'll root for the hometown team of the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, get that other kid back in here. I don't think he's right. Where's he at? Yeah. No, but that's a big game, obviously. That's typically a nice day out with, friends and all that type of stuff. Certainly the pandemic's thrown that for a loop the last couple of years or so, but, like last year, I should say, actually. So try to get back to some normalcy this year with that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good traditions. Should be fun. Reviews. You want to get into idiot reviews?
Review.
Well, I feel like we'd all share at least one review, because for the first time in quite some time, we didn't really need to talk about what we did this weekend, because I spent most of it with you gentlemen.
Yeah, that's right.
Friday night, we went to a movie. Saturday, we were, you guys were at my house for a bit for Oliver's birthday party, so appreciate you guys coming out for that. It was fun. But Friday, when we went to the movies, we saw Ghostbusters Afterlife. So that's something we can all review here. So you guys go a little deeper here with Ghostbusters than myself. So what did you guys, I'm curious to think, what did you guys think? Were you impressed? Were there things you thought they could have done better? Like what's the vibe here for the hardcore fans that go way back?
Yeah. If I can go first, I wrote a little bit to it.
Is this an eerie read? This is an insurance read, isn't it?
No,
he's got the glasses out.
We already did the eerie. Until he pays us more, he gets one. All right. So, Ghostbusters Afterlife was super neat and a lot of fun. What about you, Nick?
Oh, okay.
Or Brian?
Right. Yeah.
All right. Wow. Carefully written notes there. I thought it was good. So, just from my perspective, I mean, I saw the original in 1984 in the theater. And as a kid, that was a huge, huge deal back then. So I would have been, I think, a freshman in high school when that came out. And it just took the pop culture by storm back then. So, I mean, we had the logo on everything, shirts, and movie was a lot of fun. Obviously, great comedic actors, great storyline. Movie, in my opinion, still holds up to this day. Just
Absolutely.
yeah, very, very good. One of my favorite movies of all time, frankly, definitely of the 80s. So we marched to that song in marching band. We had a whole band routine, the Ghostbusters. We had ghosts in it and all this stuff. It was quite the big deal.
So you
back
didn't
then.
get laid to the theme of Ghostbusters?
No, probably not. No, definitely not.
It's an experience. You should try it. It's great.
I have to try that. Yeah. Well,
I did it one time. It was great. I've been trying to do it ever since. It's insane.
Super fun.
It's so cool.
Allie and I do have the Ghostbuster outfits now that we wore on Halloween.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's something with the sliming, something like that. I gotta take some notes here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I like this.
She slimed me. Okay, that's for future reference. So, yeah, we'll talk about that. No, but then
Allie comes in the bedroom. I got dialogue. All right.
Yeah, just read this. Read this script, please, honey.
Yeah.
No, but then have the Ivan Reitman's son, Jason Reitman, be involved and write the script and definitely pay homage to the original and his dad. I mean, it 100%. Just a lot of fun. Like I said, definitely honored the original storyline. It seemed to pick up more. I've read some of this now too. It seemed to pick up more after Ghostbusters 1. So I think I saw where they did admit that in this particular
Jason
Ghostbusters
Reitman did
2
come in an interview say that he that Ghostbusters 2 did happen in this universe.
It did or did not?
It did.
Okay. I thought he said it was more canon, like maybe it didn't happen, but maybe it's going to influence the sequel of this one that they're going to work on now. Anyhow, but if you're a fan of the original...
The dude that was the bad guy, not the bad guy, but what was his name? Igor? I can't remember what, but he was the art cleaner.
I know what you're talking
2.
about.
That dude's a great actor, so that'd be fun if they had him kind of incorporated in the next one.
Yeah. But a lot of it's from the music to obviously the car and the equipment and the original actors that are come back and make an appearance and everything. So just a lot of fun. I thought they did a pretty nice job with it. Two post-credit scenes.
One of which we missed.
We missed the last one.
Yeah, we missed the last one. We read about it. You can find it online, and there's one at the very, very end. Apparently, that's set.
Or just go see the movie again.
Or just go see the movie again. Absolutely. So
it'd be worth it because I enjoyed it too.
Yeah, it's extra nice seeing with you guys. And then my daughter was there, and her boyfriend, and Peyton. We watched that movie when she was a little girl, and that was one that we would watch every Halloween for several years. So that was extra nice to have her there.
Those two behind
Peyton,
who made this shirt, by the way. So
that's
we thank
right.
them for these as
And
well.
and if you've heard my feelings about Joey, I finally got to meet him.
Yes,
Joey, he's a great kid. I got to meet him. It's
I
fantastic.
still, he seemed like a good fella, like a nice young fella, but still. Watch your fucking hands, all right?
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, so anyways, recommended. If you're a Ghostbusters fan, definitely go check it out. Nick, what did you think?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I thought it moved well. I was actually, and maybe I'd seen the trailer for it, but I was a little surprised at how, Paul Rudd being the biggest, name that's not an original Ghostbuster in the movie, wasn't in it as much as I thought he was. He wasn't as much of a part of that movie as I expected. Maybe I just didn't get a firm grasp on how kid heavy they were going with, them. And I get it. I totally get the kind of passing of the torch, if you will, next generation thing. So very cool. I don't mean that as a knock towards the movie whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
I just was, a little surprised at kind of the emphasis on them as the main characters, which was totally fine. My favorite.
I actually have that same thought in any movie I ever watched.
That there was not enough Paul Rudd in it.
I'm surprised that Paul Rudd's not in this more.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, it was very good. Very much enjoyed all the science jokes. I've been telling them all weekend to everyone that I that I think has not seen the movie. Maybe I can pass some of them off as my own.
Sure.
A lot of cheesy dad jokes, science
You are a
jokes.
hack.
So I really, I am a hack. I am a con artist, and I will take those jokes as my own. Technically,
That's
if you
right.
hear them from me before Ghostbusters, they're my jokes.
That's
So there
true.
you go. But no, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was good, very entertaining, and very much enjoyed it. Liked the originals being in there and stuff like that, and very cool.
I thought
Yeah,
it
it's
had
cool.
a lot of heart, a lot of well written. If we're gonna critique, like we should, and be honest, I
Sure.
think the beginning was a little slow. I mean, yes, you are setting up and trying to explain characters and plot and stuff, but the first part runs a little slow to me. But once this middle, once it hit the middle and started running, it ran full speed, and it was fun and terrific, and yeah. So for interrupting Dean's, I'm gonna give it like I said, the beginning, the first half was a little slow, so I'm gonna give it 3 interrupting Deans.
Yeah, very
Okay.
good. Nick?
I don't know how many interrupting Deans to give it, but I could give it about 1,000 interrupting Olivers because he was sitting next to me during the movie and he was asking me questions constantly, and I'm sure you guys heard as well. But he was he had things to say throughout the entire movie, so maybe
See,
about 1,000 of those.
That's your fault.
Yeah.
You sat next to him. See, Carter tried to come up to me and say something, and I just took some Swedish fish and threw him down the aisle. He ran down. It took him the whole movie to find all of them. So
yeah, there you go.
Mhm.
Keep occupied. Yeah. No, interrupting. I would say it was a good 5. It was right in the middle. I mean, I was entertained by it, but definitely, it was somewhere in the middle. It was good, very good.
okay,
Yeah, I'm kind of more closer to Dan. I think it's a 3.5 for me. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, just I thought McKenna Grace, who did let's see, Phoebe.
that girl's going to be a star.
Yeah, Egon's
star.
granddaughter.
A star, I tell you.
Yeah, she was the main star of the movie. I thought so. She was featured the most, and then she had a great role. Played
Great
it
presence
well.
on screen.
Yeah, and I like the fact that, like the original Ghostbusters, and they talk about this in different. You find these critiques a lot of places here, but it kind of made being a nerdy person, a nerdy kid, cool, right? So these are nerds, they're outcasts, and they, by their intelligence and everything, they create this technology, and they wind up making a business out of it. They find happiness with it and all of that. So kind of picks up here where she's definitely an outcast in her school and her family and everything, and then kind of the same type of premise.
Hey Nick, you see what he's trying to pull off here? That the geeks and nerds are cool.
it just kind of shows. I mean, who amongst us? I mean, some of us might be nerds and some of us might not be. But I mean, it just kind of shows us we can be cool too, guys. I'm not saying
right.
I am one, but
Brian, super cool, bud. Super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Neato. Neato.
All right, so we recommend the Ghostbusters Afterlife. Check it out.
Totally.
Yes,
We
definitely.
may get into more of a spoiler stuff later, but yeah. Okay, did you guys see anything else over the past few days that you wish to bring up, whether it be something new or something that you rewatched or anything like that?
Mine will be
that was
quick.
of interest to you. Yep.
Mine will be quick. I saw one as a kid, but I just rewatched it today. Like I said, I'm on vacation this week, so I'm trying to take in some stuff. And Young Frankenstein, always a classic, a lot of fun.
I could have swore when you said you've been trying to take in stuff that if you were going to review dicks, but I didn't know you were going to go with Young Frankenstein.
Take in as many as possible.
Really caught me off guard there. All right.
That's right. That's right.
You didn't.
So it was a double feature. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's right. Well, you got to have something to do during the movie. Some people eat popcorn. I eat dicks.
Yeah, there you go. Excellent. So, Young Frankenstein, you haven't seen it in years,
Right, and yeah, it just damn enjoyable. A lot of fun. I would give it. I'd give it a good solid two interrupting Deans.
Very good.
Nice.
One of my all-time favorites. Love Mel Brooks. To this day, I have the Young Frankenstein movie poster out here in my hallway, right around this corner, right here. And my dog is named Igor, named after the Igor character in Young Frankenstein. Great, great movie. A lot of fun. A little trivia here for you as well. The scene where Igor is walking down the steps, and he's like, walk this way. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There was a late night movie many years ago, and the young band Aerosmith went to go see that movie, and that based on the movie and that scene is where they got the title for "Walk This Way," one of their most famous songs of all time. There you have it.
Very interesting.
Yep, great stuff. All right, Nick, have you seen anything new or anything you wish to bring up?
Speaking of things that we all loved once upon a time that have now made a comeback, like Ghostbusters. There's a new season of Tiger King. I don't know if you guys all remember back in the pandemic.
Oh, if you're going to talk about classics.
You're going to talk about classics. Went back in the pandemic. It was something that society needed so desperately. Just some garbage to put in ourselves while we just ignored what were the realities that were happening outside our doors. I did not know there was going to be a season 2 of Tiger King. I did not know that there was a necessity for a season 2 of Tiger King. Right. I mean, it's basically a documentary, and you kind of... So I'm 3 episodes in, and just like the first season, it's pretty much telling me the things that I've learned before. Okay, so it's for the most part, we've introduced a new character, but we're digging into other people's backgrounds, a little more into Carol Baskin, a little bit more into the disappearance of the husband and stuff like that. Ultimately, it's not giving me a lot of new content, but just the same as before, I am just as in love with it and want to watch every bit of it I can.
There you go.
I've also, this is an unpopular opinion, Dean. You've not seen Tiger King, is that correct? You didn't watch Tiger King?
I tried. I fell asleep in the first episode, and by the time I woke up, the season was over.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. I do recommend, because it is
going to go back.
Trash. It's all these people are crazy. Trash, and it's insane. Sure. One thing after the other. You just can't believe these people live these lives and do these things. It's wild. But Brian, you did see Tiger King, correct?
I did. I saw people talking about it back then. You're right. That was when we first went on lockdown, and I just was hooked immediately. It was just like so ridiculous, nuts. Just I could. I'm not into the harming of the animals and all that was very, very questionable, and but just the crazy characters, the personalities, and that was, I don't know, that seemed to be 100% authentic, man. The way those folks were is nuts. Yeah. So
this is a bit of an unpopular opinion, but I have been Team Carol. Okay. Like I am for Carol Baskins. I don't know if she killed her husband or not. I think she probably did. But I will also say,
was she anything like the blonde-headed guy that's in jail?
That's the Tiger King. That's Joe Exotic.
No, she's more.
Was her husband like him? Because
she's crazy because she's like, weirdly.
No. I mean the husband that was killed.
No, he was.
Was he anything like the Tiger King guy?
No, he was a rich guy. Basically, that's how she got this tiger sanctuary. She basically found this rich guy, and his money. He was like a multi-millionaire, and he was worth all this money, and that's basically how she afforded this. Well, as we dive a little into the past and who he was as a person, first of all, he's not a great guy. He's not like a horrible person, but he's not the type of person that you're... the more I hear about this guy, I'm like, why do we care what happened to him? I don't really understand. Secondly, of all of the crazy people, and believe me, they are all insane, and they are all questionable. They're all people deserving to be in jail at some point or another for one thing or another. But of all of them, I believe Carol to actually care the most about the well-being of the tigers. And I don't know. I think she's the most relatively sane person. And also, as you dive into her background, she's been through some shit. So I kind of like that she's taking the world by the reins here, and she's making her own rules. She's making her own destiny. So I respect Carol Baskins. I know that's not popular, but I'm Team Carol.
How many interrupting Deans do you give it?
Oh, 0. There is no time for interruptions.
Wow.
You are
All right.
Fixed.
All right. Wow.
Fixed. Like a
That's
tiger locked in on its prey. You cannot look away from this fucking garbage. It's 0
going
interruptions.
on the pantheon of convincing idiots, you've just given the Tiger King the best rating anybody has ever given.
A perfect score.
Something to wear.
Okay, maybe like 1. Okay, can I retract? You're right.
Okay, go
it's
ahead.
not. It's for the wrong reasons. So actually, I would say, and that's actually not accurate to say, because as I'm watching it with Robin, we're constantly talking to each other through it, because
See, then
there's all
that's
these
interrupting.
Things. It is interrupting. So I would
But
say
it's good interrupting.
when you base you have to talk about it. It's insane. You have to say something about it. Like, it's too crazy to ignore. So taking that into the entertainment factor, I'd give it a very low interruption. It's like 2, because you have to interrupt to talk about it because it's so crazy, but it's got you the entire time. So I would try a 2. It's not a perfect score as far as viewing it. It's a 2 interrupting demons.
All right.
Minimal interruptions.
I like it. Brian, you got anything else?
I just to make sure we're keeping score here. So Nick is pro Team Up North and
Carol Baskins.
fucking Carol Baskins.
And Carol Baskins,
So
correct.
Jeez.
And
Where is that other kid?
I was the bad guy on this show. No. It is Nick.
Yeah.
Nikolai.
See,
Wow.
every villain is a hero in their own story. I believe that. Carol is the hero of her own story.
Okay.
Do people have a I know you've said it earlier in the show, but where can people send hate mail?
That would be at convincingidiots@gmail.com.
Good.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Let us know what you think of
Attention,
that.
Nick.
There's going to be some Carol Baskins love headed your way. With the listener reach that we have,
Sure.
those people are going to find us. Absolutely.
Somebody's got to like the bad guy.
Yep.
Brian, what about
Brian,
you?
what'd you watch? What do you like?
I saw a couple of things here, so I'm just getting through them. Well, first of all, I went back. I haven't seen this movie in many years. It came up on my feed, but I went back and rewatched the original Predator, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh, look at that. There's Predator right there.
Yeah, we have that one.
Very good. He was camouflaged earlier. Didn't even see him. That's pretty cool. 1987, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jesse Ventura, some other, it's just fun movie. And the premise was, at the time, it was, a very good premise. Soldiers dropped in the jungle, thinking they're going to, rescue some hostages or something to that effect. And just by happenstance, there's this predator that had been stranded on Earth and was just making a sport of hunting people in the jungle, hunting soldiers. And it was a whole honor code thing. Like he wanted to, if you were an aggressor, most people have seen the movie by now. If for some reason you haven't seen the movie at all, Original Predator.
If you're talking about the movie Predator from 1986,
Spoiler
you
alert.
do not need to say spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Yeah, that absolutely.
If you haven't seen it, there's probably a good chance you have no interest in watching or listening to this show.
Right.
Yeah, you're probably right. So, a lot of fun. I enjoyed this. As much as I did back in the day. So if you haven't seen that lately, go check it out. And I started to watch a couple other shows as well. I picked up the first episode of on Netflix, Cowboy and Bebop, which is the live action series that just launched. It was like one of the guys that was in Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. So not Kumar, it was the guy that played Harold. So he's one of the main characters in this, and it's apparently based on an animated series, which is also on Netflix, which I haven't seen that. But
that was an Adult Swim show, I believe, or a Cowboy Bebop. Yeah.
Okay, very good. I've not seen it, but some people are commenting that the live series is very close to the animated series. The fight scenes and stuff, it's just like one of those crazy over the top fighting and action and stuff like that. So I'm hooked after the first episode. I'm quite not sure exactly what all is happening yet, but I am enjoying the
good for
craziness. Yeah, well, I'm enjoying the craziness and the fighting and all that stuff. So I would recommend to check that out. And there's a new animated series also on Netflix, Inside Job, which is an interesting premise to where the government is actually all a sham. It's all run by these it's kind of an animated comedy series, adult cartoon. The government is all run by these dark, shadowy figures, and there's a whole government agency that's kind of even controlling the president and stuff, and it's just but it's a crazy work environment and people trying to do a job and it's stressful, all this type of stuff. So it's kind of like The Office in a weird setting, if you will. There's aliens, there's robots, there's people all working together in this sham of a business that's trying to keep up the facade of the government being a functional government and keeping a kind of a secret cloak over this whole organization and what's kind of really going on. So funny stuff, inside job on Netflix.
So you're saying check that out. It's a documentary.
Could be based on a true story. Yeah. You never know. Yeah, you never know.
It's a little too close to home to not be.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's right. And then tonight I checked out first episode of season 2 on Disney Plus, The World According to Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, I can't wait.
I just love that. It's on the national. Dude? I don't know. It's not many.
Maybe Brian. But that's about it.
Not many.
Well, I mean, you can't count the Podlander on that level. I mean,
that's right.
He's not even, that we're all being judged here. He's over here, man.
Does Jeff Goldblum have a podcast? He feels like he should or would.
He should. I would listen to the hell out of that.
Yeah. It doesn't even matter what it's about. It does not matter.
Yeah, in the first episode of season 2 is about dogs, which is just awesome. It's like our connection to dogs, where it started, theories, stuff like that, and I love just at the end of every episode, Jeff kind of steps back and reflects on what he learned in that episode. And it's just like
he's trying to steal your bit. You know that, right? Though.
What's that?
He's trying to steal your bit. He's doing your shtick.
Yes. Okay. I see.
It's like, should we be more like dogs?
Yes. No, he listened to this podcast and he's like, he heard Brian. He's like, I need that. I'm stealing that shit.
Yeah, sure.
I need that for my persona, my who I am, my essence. He stole it from me, Brian. Stole it.
That's right. We're just trying to add positive influence and value on this world. That's what we're trying to do here around here. So
that's right.
Hold on, what was that?
If we're trying to add positive influence and add some true value in this crazy world. That's our goal.
You look perplexed. He did say trying.
Okay, good.
Yeah, he didn't say it was happening or that we
do all of us have to do this or just him?
I think Brian speaks for himself.
Okay, good.
And maybe Jeff Goldblum.
Scared me there.
Yeah.
Him and Jeff Goldblum, of course.
Yes.
That's right.
Of course.
That's right.
I mean, granted, I've never seen the two in the same room together, so I'm just saying.
This is true. Yeah.
But yeah, check that out. It's in the National Geographic section of Disney Plus. It's just terrific stuff. Whole vibe. I love his whole thing, his style, the whole bit. So yeah. Go ahead.
Real quick, since you mentioned that, I do want to mention, if you get a chance, also on Disney Plus, Under the Helmet, it is the quick history of Boba Fett, the character Boba Fett, from not only character but actors and how it came about and everything. It's about a half hour.
Nice,
cool, quick watch. Very cool.
Excellent. Okay. Anything else, guys?
Nope, good show. See you guys in a couple weeks.
Yeah, it was good. I love you. Actually, the only thing left, I guess, is our want and our need, our desire to hear a real commercial with a real sexy voice.
Guys,
I don't know about you.
I've been thinking of starting my own podcast, but I just don't know where to begin.
Well, then by all means. Let's hear it.
Okay.
If you're on podcast, listen to this. And
if you're not, this makes no sense.
Well find out.
These guys are fucking idiots.
That's the show.
We'll be right back with our Idiots of the Week.
And more finger guns.
That's right. That's right. welcome back to Convincing Idiots. You know, Nick was going to bring us in here, but if you're listening to the first segment, he is pro Team Up North for the football game this weekend against Ohio State, and pro Carol Baskin. So
That's right.
from Tiger King. So he lost the opportunity to.
Sometimes you just
bring
got to
us
be
in.
reprimanded.
Yes. So we had a stern talking to, and we may let him do another ad read later, perhaps. But he'll have to issue a public apology to us off camera. So that was kind of the.
I mean, I don't like to break the fourth wall and get everybody behind the scenes of what we do. But during the break, Brian spanked Nick. It was a sight.
Yeah, drove over there.
It was
quickly.
a sight.
Yep.
It was a revelation. It really opened my eyes, and honestly, there was a lot of electricity. The electricity in the room was palpable. You know what else is great about electricity? You can do so many things with it, such as electric bikes.
Oh,
Have you ever thought about riding an electric bike?
I have.
Yeah, it sounds awesome,
I don't
right?
know where to
'Cause you
go.
can
It
either
does.
pedal or
Yes,
you
it
can,
does.
you just powered electricity. Well, if you're looking for an electric bike, have I got the place for you? It's called RPM Bike Shop. They have a Facebook page, so if you go to Facebook and search for RPM Bike Shop, boom, there they are, right there for you.
That's
So
right.
simple. It's electric. With the power of electricity, they can move your ass on a bike as well as get you to their Facebook page.
That's right.
They are located out of Carrollton,
it.
Ohio. Yes, there you go. See, electricity?
That easy.
Exactly. They're located out of Carrollton, Ohio. So go check them out. They were kind enough to let us read for them and be a sponsor of the show. So we appreciate them. So please go check out RPM Bike Shop today on Facebook.
We
Excellent.
appreciate their support, so you should appreciate. I fucked that up, didn't I? Oh, well.
Yeah, not sure what path you're walking down there, but you were doing a thing.
Keep working on it. Okay.
I get it.
Well,
You stick to your ad reads, and I'll stick to mine. All right.
That's right. That's right. So in this week of giving thanks, one thing we are thankful for are idiots.
Yes, always.
Oh,
So,
I'm thankful for you guys too.
Yeah. Right. So it could be ourselves. There are definitely other idiots out there, and we started a new segment a couple episodes ago at the suggestion of one of our friends at the live event. Idiot of the week. So
Hold on.
Go
What
ahead.
is it?
Idiot of the week, week.
There you go. Much better.
Thank you.
Much better. Okay, so I have a couple of submissions for consideration. Dean, you also have a submission for the
I do.
Idiot of the Week. You want to share
I
that,
do.
sir?
I don't remember the girl's name, and I wouldn't say it if I did, because she is a YouTuber who doesn't deserve to have anybody watch her if she's this dumb. This girl, Go ahead, Nick.
No, I was gonna say something, but like, tell the story first, because I was just gonna say,
yes.
with YouTubers, I'm always suspect, right? They're always
True.
putting on a show. Is she dumb, or is this what she did knowingly because
this
it's
a bit?
YouTube and she was like, I'm
Well,
gonna do
either
something
way,
really ridiculous?
Whether her story is true or it's a bit, she's still an idiot for doing
Yeah,
it.
100%.
All right. So here's the thing. She said that she was in the dark or whatever, and she went to reach for some painkillers, aspirin, whatever that might be, and she grabbed her ear. What is it? What are they called, guys? AirPods. The earbuds for Apple or whatever.
Yeah.
And she popped in her mouth, drank them, swallowed them, and since they are made for sweat and working out and in the rain, they are element proof.
They're able to be submerged up to a certain depth or whatever, so
Right.
they're okay. And
So I guess that she went on and went to the doctor or whatever, but she was able to, since they record, she was able to hear her stomach gurgles and the pups and the blubbles and whatever you want to call it. And she could hear it passing through everything and into her stomach, and she ultimately did later poop them out.
Did she reuse?
Are they for sale on eBay or anything? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, what's the next step for these AirPods?
I'm not sure. You might want to Google that, but yeah, it gives definitely a new meaning to the term. I heard that shit.
Hey, that's the only reason you submitted her. You wanted to make that joke. That was all set up, wasn't it?
Come on.
I was gonna say I don't know that that's stupid necessarily. I think it's just a scientific mind. Like for example, I'm always sticking stuff up my butt to see like what's gonna happen.
Sure.
When it's up there, where does it go? Does it come back out? Does it work its way backwards? Like what happens? So it's just it's the curse of a hunger for science.
Curious mind. And don't worry, you won't have to do a science experiment. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, what's going to come in and out of your butt later.
Oh, okay. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Stay tuned for the next mini-sode.
Someday that garter snake's going to reemerge. Someday. Yep. Okay.
He thinks he has a ghost poop and all has a little tongue, the slithering tongue sticking out.
It's like a self-wiping situation. That's nice. I like that.
Convincing idiots after dark.
I think about this. You look this up on. I'm sure you can find it on TikTok, or I saw it on TikTok, but it kind of reminds me of this whole situation. So it was a guy that there was a hole in the wall. And you can probably find this out there, I'm sure, on YouTube too. But
okay.
He takes a snake and feeds it into this hole. I mean, a big snake feeds in this hole in the wall, and it's like, what in the hell is going on? And then the guy sits there with a container, and he's waiting. And after a few moments, mice start popping out of that hole.
Up. Yep.
And he catches them. Another mouse catches it.
Right.
Another mouse. He catches like 4 or 5 mice that came out of that wall. Catches them in a container alive. And then, I don't know if they skipped ahead, whatever they did. And then later, that snake come right back out the same hole and took it out. It was like, wow.
No shit.
So
you
Nick,
actually just
kind of reminds me of your situation.
BMs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mice come out of the hole. Mouse comes out of the
another mouse. You feed a snake up there, right? Maybe a gerbil
I don't remember
or two.
sending that one up.
He gets in there with his little snake broom. He goes, "Go and get."
Yep. Yep. And finally, the snake comes back out. Yep.
That's what it is. They have a snake broom. How else, Dean? How else would he get the mice out of there? He's got a damn snake broom.
I have no argument to this.
Yep.
Go and get.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he says. He has to say that too, so they know he means business.
Of course. Of course.
Yes.
I had a couple idiots that they're involved. They're tied to the QAnon. So
see, I'm glad you have multiple idiots because I'm sure there's stupid people in the world. I didn't come up with any this week, so I'm gonna throw mine over. You've got a few, so we'll count one of yours as mine as well. So go.
Lazy ass. Sorry, I sometimes I sneeze and I should have put it on mute. I apologize, guys.
I actually changed my answer. It's probably Dean because he jumps in to try to help out segues. It's unnecessary. So and jump into ad reads that aren't his. So Dean is my submission. There you go.
There you go.
And he doesn't believe in snake brooms. What an idiot! Go and get.
Yeah.
Get Dean. Stop being an idiot. Get.
You can also add anybody who thinks that that team up north may beat the Ohio State Buckeyes in football this week.
Hey, man,
definitely.
Better chance this year than a lot of years past.
Perhaps.
Closer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't know, we're in Ohio, so that's one reason we're, at least I'm an Ohio State fan. Okay.
You two should do some sort of bet before this show's over.
Yeah, what do you want to bet?
Well, think about it. Towards the end of the show, let's see what you guys come up with.
Yep.
If Michigan wins, I get to shove a snake broom up Brian's ass.
Well, you're going to have to do it next to the other snake broom that's already up there. That doesn't work.
Move that one over and put this one up it.
Yeah.
Go get.
Yeah. Yeah, the one's had its been there long enough.
Ooh, if Michigan wins, I get to pelt you with Buckeyes, and if Ohio State wins, you get to lock me in a room with a Wolverine.
Jesus.
I like it. That'd be a great
Let's do it. That's good.
Be no talking. Just Nick nude with a Wolverine.
Yeah.
Locked in a room. We film it. That's it. There's no
I have
talking.
to be naked.
No talking.
I'm so glad you can't see my hands right now.
Yeah. Next mini-sode.
Meanwhile, he's over there like, "Give me that thing, bub," and I'm like, "Whoa, Wolverine, calm down."
Mm-hmm.
That's what you meant.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Nick and Hugh Jackman naked. I like it.
This bet
I like
turned
this a
out
lot.
so much better than I
Yeah.
ever imagined.
Yeah. So
Sorry, Brian,
QAnon.
go ahead. It is-
That's right, QAnon. So we try to not get too political on the show. We do sometimes, and if you don't like it, we don't care all that much. So
Brian straight said to fuck off.
yeah,
He told you, listener.
Mm-hmm.
We have our views. You guys have your views out there,
What?
which is completely fine.
You can't hear it? Oh, let me turn it up for you.
Oh.
I thought it was pretty amusing that there's a bunch of QAnon followers that they've been out in Dallas, Texas.
Sure.
Let's see. There's a crowd or a bridge over Dealey Plaza. Excuse me.
The Daily
Holding
Planet.
No, Dealey Plaza,
Where
right
Kennedy
outside
was shot,
the
yes?
school book depository where
Yeah.
Kennedy was assassinated in '63.
Yeah.
Actually, a couple days ago, on 22nd of November.
Mm-hmm.
A couple days ago was 1963.
What? No, November 22nd was a couple days ago.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 58th anniversary of JFK's assassination. So they are thinking, their belief is that JFK and JFK Jr. are going to return, that they're alive, and somehow restore President Trump to power. And when the date kind of came and went, they're still out there, still thinking that it's going to happen. So
I have multiple questions.
yeah.
Me too.
Multiple.
Mm-hmm.
Why would the Kennedys restore Trump's power is my first one.
Yeah, great question. Very interesting.
How would the
that's a
Kennedys restore
logical
his
question.
power would be my next question.
Some may ask the same question because the Kennedys were Democrats and not sure they would want to restore any Republican to
Correct.
power. There you have it. So that's definitely an interesting
Especially
question.
not manic orange ones.
No.
My third question are there clues? Because QAnon's, I mean, I did what did you guys watch the HBO
Yes.
Into the Storm?
I did
So
not see
obviously
that.
they string. Oh, Brian, it is. You need to. It is.
It's
Okay.
a shit show. You need to watch it.
Phenomenal. It is phenomenal.
Okay.
But so a lot of these things that they believe and these little trails they follow, they're based on these threads and things like that, on these clues that they believe are being laid out for them to follow, these little breadcrumb trails. And this is how they're secret coded messages, and you just have to be smart enough to figure it out. So I'm wondering what has led these people to believe that what you just said is going to happen. And you may not have the answer to that. I'm sure, it's who knows. It could be anything. But I'm just curious as to how we got here.
Well, the Q, drops messages on whatever forum.
Yeah, like 8chan or
did
whatever.
he drop
I don't know
these ones? Did he come off and say on the website or whatever that this is going to happen, or did they take it from clues that he was saying, or how did they get to this?
Right.
They definitely believe. So let's see. I'm reading a thing here. They say they believe that JFK Jr. was going to reemerge and be the new vice president. That was somebody,
of course,
some influencer believed that. So it's an increasingly popular cornerstone of the QAnon conspiracy theory, though it has historically been something of a fringe belief in the movement. The theory postulates that JFK Jr. has been hiding for years and will eventually reveal himself as Trump's running mate for the 2024 election, a belief that stems from a poster claiming to be a poster in the group, claiming to be JFK Jr., who contributed to a 8chan thread in 2018. Some proponents of the theory also believe that Vincent Fuchsia, a former sales manager in Pittsburgh, is secretly JFK Jr. in disguise, despite the fact that he is inches shorter and considerably less good-looking, honestly, than
he's in
JFK
disguise.
Jr. Yeah.
Well, when that plane crashes, you lose a couple inches.
So, yeah, and then platforms like Etsy and Amazon have been called out for selling merch. To basically take further advantage of.
See, but that does answer my question, because my original question, Brian, was: were we going to get zombie JFK Jr. or Jesus JFK Jr.? I wasn't sure which one.
His whole death was
so he faked his own death.
Faked his own death.
And needed to come out. Okay.
Yep. Okay. And he decided, you know what? All this high-profile lifestyle, too stressful. I'm just going to become fake my death, be a sales manager in
and then later post about it on
of course.
8chan.
and then come out.
What is he selling? Does it say what he's selling?
It doesn't. I don't think it says.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome if it was school books.
How ironic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a lot of people. I mean, you look at the pictures and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That place was covered with them.
It is just amazing. It's just the and this is the, this is the power of the internet. It's really fascinating. It just and you don't know if the people are really, if the people who started this are really believing it, or they're just. I like to think that they were just having fun.
I
and
hope
just seeing how far they could take people and get people to do crazy, not harmful things, but to get people to do crazy stuff.
But we've proven time and time again that
it's really
with this Idiots of the Week segment, that there are a lot of idiots out there.
Yeah.
And we're just highlighting a couple each week.
Yeah, it's really
the
fascinating.
world's full of fucking dumbasses. So
if I can highlight one moment of that, my favorite part of the story was that when you said one person posted on this claiming to be him, and then that's basically all it took.
Yeah, that's on.
Okay. Yeah, that's. Man.
Do you read what this guy said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the guy admitted he was on Seinfeld. As a whatever. He's featured. I don't know. This is crazy stuff.
Oh, is that what they did? Is that what they were going on?
I'm kidding. Okay. I'm just joking. It's just how gullible some people are out there. It's pretty fascinating. So to me, any idiot who believes that JFK and JFK Jr. are going to rise from come back from faking their own death after several years to replace a Republican president who, if they were indeed alive, would have zero interest to reinstate again any Republican president, especially a president who ran the country like Trump. Again, if you like Trump, fine, you're allowed to.
No, not fine.
But it's just not something that the Kennedys probably would have agreed with whatsoever, with their civil rights and all kinds of stuff. So anyhow, there you go. That's one. Two.
They might appreciate
one.
the womanizing that Trump did.
Mm-hmm. Sure,
the Kennedys might have appreciated that.
That's about it, though. Yeah.
For the Q community, did you notice that Brian said the word "one" just there?
Oh,
yeah.
He's dropping you messages. Where we go one, we go all. Brian sees us; he understands.
That's right.
He's dropping you hints into the storm. Yep.
And an O is just a Q without the little thing on it.
That's right.
Don't they do that? What is that? Do they do a hand signal, like AOK type thing? I don't know.
Something like that.
There was something that Trump did where they were like, "Oh, he sees us. He knows that he does this thing," or that I forget what it was. There is some sort of hand gesture or whatever.
See, I thought it was like when you do the O thing, and then if somebody looks at it, you punch them in the arm.
Yeah. The funny thing about that theory. I was going to say the funny thing about that theory is that like Trump can barely control his hands, so like he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing with his hands.
He's so small; it's hard to get him rail his end.
All right. So the other QAnon story is that the QAnon shaman Jacob Chansley, and if you saw any of the insurrection at the Capitol, you know exactly who this guy is. He's the guy that had the makeup and the big Viking helmet thing with the fur.
Shaman.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So he was just sentenced last week to 41 months in prison, and basically
they do a psych val on that guy.
What's that?
They do a psych val on that guy?
I don't know, but he was definitely sentenced. But he and his attorney are under the impression that the former president should, basically save him from going to jail because he was, he was doing what the former president wanted him to do and so forth. So pardon him or something. Well, he can't do anything now. You're right.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Right. He's no longer in power and.
He's not a big fat orange genie. I mean, you just give him. I mean, it's not how that works.
Who dares awaken my slumber?
So it's like the guy. The guy's whole thing is, first of all, I'm going to go to the event. It's highly public. Everybody's got phones. Everybody's got cameras. I'm filming myself. I mean, clearly, you're one of the. You're because you stand out so much. You're
Right.
everywhere on social
You're
media,
gonna be
everywhere.
seen.
That's right. So there's no way in the world you could say that you were not there. So as soon as they track you down and identify you, which
You're
of course they
done.
did, that's it. And so it's very easily provable. That's all. And now he wants it to kind of go away because he was coerced to go there. He thought he was doing what he was asked to do, and basically not take responsibility for his own actions. And there you have it. So just very interesting. And
So he feels Trump's
Yep.
because he was just doing what Trump asked
That's
him
right.
to do.
Correct.
So
That is actually
he is
his
blameless.
defense.
He is not a person with his own brain that could make decisions
Correct.
for himself, but he was
Correct.
just doing what his
Right.
commander in chief asked him to do. Okay.
And that was kind of that was the line that many of the folks said who got into trouble and got themselves arrested. So
Sure.
there you have it.
Okay, my question is, who wouldn't want to see a remake of Aladdin with Donald Trump as the genie?
He would probably just take all the wishes anyway.
Right.
All the wishes would be taken right off the bat. Yeah.
Oh, look, she's a princess. I know you want to kiss her. That's not kind of the genie that I am.
We're gonna do more than kiss her, okay? We're gonna do more than kiss her. That's what he would say.
You're gonna grab her by the carpet. You're Brian's pretty proud that I didn't go the other way.
Yeah,
I can see it in his eyes.
Thank you.
I'm impressed with the innuendo there. The carpet
Thank
was
you.
good with the magic carpet. Yeah,
Appreciate that.
it's good.
The last guy is on a much smaller scale. So this is in Pottsville,
Hey,
Arkansas.
pull up your pants.
Pottsville, Arkansas. So this guy basically stole a motorcycle. Let's see here.
Was it an electric bike?
It was not.
Because you
It
leave
was not.
RPM Bike Shop alone.
Yes, it was
Stay
not.
away
from
from
there.
Carol.
Very
Carrollton, sir.
valuable and very cool and hip to do these days.
That's right.
So he he recovered a stolen motorcycle, and he got caught because he saved all the Facebook posts about the chase. So he posted stuff on Facebook about the police chase.
Be proud of something.
About himself
still-
being chased?
That's right. Yes, he still had the white helmet he was wearing, and there was a flyer about that the police were looking for this person, right? So he thought it'd be cool to get a picture of the flyer, okay, and then proceeded to have it made into a T-shirt. So he was wearing a T-shirt of the flyer, looking for himself.
I have never been more impressed with the size of somebody's fucking balls than this guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Holy shit.
Wow.
This guy's not an idiot. He's a fucking boss.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So this post, the post here was from the local police department on Facebook that announced all this. It was really pretty hilarious. So, So the police department recaps the story here, and they stated that we would like to thank Mr. Cooper for his assistance in this investigation, because without his help, we would not have been able to solve this case and put this criminal mastermind behind bars. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I thought
fun.
that was pretty funny. Yeah,
That's great.
Dumb criminals are always good, but I never heard of a guy making a T-shirt of basically his wanted flyer.
Sure.
To brag about it, and then you're putting that out on social media.
I mean, let's face it, that is something I would do. Because it's stupid. I wouldn't think about getting caught. I would just think that I'm, the bee's knees and trying to be funny.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's what I got. So you got the guy making the flyer of his own basically wanted announcement and getting himself caught and putting posts of his own chase out there on social media, got himself caught. You got the girl swallowing the AirPods, thinking they were pills, and having to pass them. And then we got the QAnon people waiting for JFK and JFK Jr. to emerge from after they're faking their own death and get the former president back into power. And you had the QAnon shaman who believes that he is not at fault for storming the Capitol,
and we're not including the
former
guy.
president should.
We're not
Go ahead.
including the guy that the one you just read, where he gave himself up by putting a T-shirt of his own.
Oh, he's
thing.
in there as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
it's
in
the
there
first
as well.
guy I
He's
just
his
said.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I think he's just automatically like kick ass. I think it's just a ballsy move. I don't think that's so much an idiot.
Yeah, there's some street
I
cred
see.
that goes into what he
Yeah,
did.
there's
for
definitely
sure.
street cred.
My vote is ready to be cast.
Mine
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead,
say-
please. Go ahead, please.
Obviously, much like the Ted Cruz discussion we had last week, QAnon is a bit of a cheat code. Anything QAnon related is a fast track to winner here. So now it becomes which one? Is it the masses of people that think that JFK is coming back
good point.
to help
Good point.
to help Donald Trump
Okay.
regain power, even though that makes no fucking sense? Or is it the QAnon shaman that believes Donald Trump should step in and exonerate him from what he did tell him to do? I would say it's the group of people thinking the whole JFK theory, because that is so much more ridiculous. I get where the shaman's a fucking moron because he could make his own decision, but these people don't tend to do that. He literally was asked to do what he did, and he did what he did.
Right.
There is, when people do crazy shit and they go, "Hey, but I'm insane." Well, obviously there's a level of insanity because most normal people don't do the type of shit that you do. So
Okay.
yes, you can make that argument. That guy
If
is
you're
clearly
at work, Nick, though, if you're at work and somebody says, "God damn it, why did you do that?" Well, my boss told me to. Oh, okay. Well, if your boss told you to,
right.
that was his thought process.
Sure.
Yeah.
He thought
Yep.
what he was doing was totally fine because, the current sitting president told him to do that.
That's right.
And he's not wrong in that theory, but they're both wrong at the end of the day. So there you go.
Correct.
Definitely the QAnon group of people that think that a Democratic president is going to rise from the ashes and restore a Republican president for some reason, and because some guy on a message board said it, that he was him. So that's an easy victory, I think, for me.
Yeah, and not even factoring the age. So again, it was 58 years ago
Wow, yeah.
that this happened. So
And he was
he would be
30.
he would be in his late 80s,
36.
90s, right?
No,
Yeah.
he'd be over 100. He was born in 1913, something like that,
1912.
1912.
Okay. All right. And JFK Jr. would also certainly be an older man.
Sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, okay. So, Dean, who do you got?
I think we're all in agreement. I'm going with zombie JFK.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If people believe that somebody's going to come back from the grave or come back from faking their death, you have a better chance of Andy Kaufman coming back faking his death, which some people believe, than you do JFK, who died in a plane crash. It's not,
That's right.
Mhm.
it's, I'm not even going to give
that
them
never happened.
these satisfaction. Oh,
Dean,
it
that never
didn't happen.
No, he
So there was
parachuted.
no plane crash in there.
Well, no, there was a plane crash.
Okay.
But he got out. He got out of there. He parachuted out.
Well, of course.
You had
Of
to
course.
sacrifice that poor lady he was with.
Okay,
Well,
see, now I'm.
So
But-
he got to fake his own death, come back and be vice president, and he got out of that fucking marriage? Well,
Yeah.
shit, why wouldn't you?
He's a magician.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yep.
So there you have it, gentlemen. We have the QAnoners
I
with
agree.
the
Yep.
freshly risen Kennedys.
Mhm.
Are our idiots of the week.
There you go. Perfect. Okay, we just got a few minutes left here, guys. So just general pop culture-y stuff. Do you have any highlights or anything that you caught your eye in the world of pop culture, or anything you're looking forward to that you wish to bring up? I have a couple things when we get to it. Go ahead.
Just real quickly, it was my review last week, but we finished season 1 of Ted Lasso. If you're not watching this, Apple Plus, watch it. God damn it, it's a good show. I can't say enough great things about it. Ted Lasso.
Are you guys getting tired of by the way, like
Nick, of course,
all these,
we all are.
no,
Oh,
no, just
sorry.
all these shows on the pluses. And I saw something the other day where there's a South Park special episode, and they're only putting it on. It's like the vaccination or something like about the pandemic. It's on Paramount Plus only.
Yes.
I'm like, come on, guys, what the hell? It's like you're putting all these special shows on these plus. I get the logic, but at some point, it's like, why do we even bother practically with having regular television?
Because
I don't know. Go ahead.
If you take out all right, I need to cut the cord and save $70 to $80 in cable. So I'm cutting the cord, and I'll just go with these pluses. By the time you're done, like finding this show, this show, you're going to be more into price wise than you would have if you would have kept the service. But they can do that because they're not offering it on cable. They can draw you in with this show, with that show. Like, shit, I'm going to keep, I got the Apple Plus for like a 3-month deal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to end up keeping it. It's $4.99 a month. I'm going to end up keeping it just for Ted Lasso and Jon Stewart.
See, you're part of the problem.
I am. I agree.
No, I don't
Part of the problem.
I do the same.
And that is a very wide net you've just cast in that statement.
Yeah.
Well, this is what happens with things, right? So in the beginning, it was much cheaper because you had Netflix and Hulu, and that was pretty much it of those main things. If you wanted
there were
live
also
TV,
movies too.
There were a couple cheaper options, right? Well, everybody did that, right?
Yep.
And for a while, people were until they realized, oh, well, now we can basically take the power back by saying, now we're going to pay for exclusive rights. So like Paramount has a streaming, HBO, there's Peacock, there's all these different ones, along with your original ones that are your Netflixes and your Hulus and things like that. Disney's got their own thing. And everybody, things that were always on Netflix and Hulu are now getting picked over because corporations with more money are paying more money to have them exclusively. Right. So they're just basically figuring out, I mean, this is the evolution of anything. People fight for the power to do things. Once you realize there's an easier way, you, the consumer, you're going to figure out a cheaper way to do it. And once people figure that out, well, then the conglomerates and the medias have to come back with something. I mean, I don't...
Or they wouldn't do it.
I don't hate it. It's not different. It's just on a different platform. It's no different. Correct. You're talking about Ted Lasso, right? I don't have Apple TV. We had a free trial over for a year. We didn't watch anything on it, so we didn't keep it. But that would be before,
if you would have watched Ted Lasso.
That was before, like, okay, let's say when I had cable and I didn't pay for HBO, right? Until I saw Game of Thrones, then I'm like, I'll pay for HBO when Game of Thrones is on because I want to see that show. But it's the same thing. It was a premium channel. You had to pay extra for it.
For you.
Maybe you didn't keep it before, but it was worth it to me. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing. It's just it's on a different platform. It's the same.
Look at the WWE. They had their own network that you pay, or before they had their own network, you paid $70 for a pay-per-view once a month, every Sunday. $50 to $70 for the pay-per-view.
Yep.
They get their network. You pay $9.99 a month. That eliminates the $70 a month. But you now have a concurring. It will renew, and there's other content you can watch, and it became more profitable. Yes, you're losing a lot on that front end, but on the back end, you're with the subscriptions, and now they moved over to Peacock, which they're paying them, so it made it so profitable for them.
Yeah.
Which, you hear, oh, you're taking away $70. Oh, and only charging $9.99, but like ultimately, it works out much better in their favor.
Yeah,
yeah. I don't know, but you're right. You got to. I do the same daggone thing. You got to be careful with. Next thing you know, you got 4 or 5 different things, and you're spending, like you say, more on total than you were with just the cable at the end of the day. So I don't know.
Brian, do you still have cable? Do you have like a cable service? Do you?
I have Spectrum. I bundle it with my internet, but you have the Spectrum app.
You have a box or you have it online?
I do still have I got the box
Okay.
at home, and then I have the app that you could log in.
Yeah.
On your on your devices or your Roku or something like that as well. So I don't know. I still got to find a way around that. I still like to watch like a live sporting event on occasion and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Brian, look at the pricing. This isn't an ad by any means.
Sure.
But,
no, please.
Who are we getting paid by?
I looked at YouTube TV. Yeah.
For the price and what you get, fantastic.
55, $60 a month, something like that.
Yep, $60,
and you get local channels on YouTube.
All local channels,
TV as well.
And the there's no DVR space because it is say you want to watch this specific TV show, it will just record it. It won't record it. It just puts it automatically in the on demand, which is literally at the moment. And next, you don't have to like wait till it's over or whatever.
Yeah,
you can watch from the beginning or from middle and then start from the beginning. So there's no DVR space to pay for.
Yeah,
that's my next one. I took a deal they had for a year, the Spectra. But go ahead, Nick.
The interface is great too on YouTube TV. If I can say, I've done free trials of every live streaming TV service, and they're my favorite.
YouTube,
but yes, YouTube TV. Yeah.
And Brian, I hope you do realize that your year thing is for them, not you. You could leave at any time. After that year, they're going to up the price, but you can leave at any time.
Sure, I'm out of there after that. Yeah, and I know we kind of go off on a tangent here. When I canceled DirecTV, I told them, look, I know this is not going to. I told them, and it's just some kid. I'm like, it's not your fault. I'm just
sure.
If you can't match the price, I'm going to leave. I know what's going to happen. You're going to start hitting me up with offers and try to get me to come back. If you could do it right now, I'll stay with you right now. No, we can't do that. I said, okay. I know what's going to happen. I'm canceling now. And sure enough, even today, daggone solicitation calls from DirecTV calling. So it's just the cycle that they spend to, if you just, here we go. We can talk about this for a while. Anyway, so back to your original point. Ted Lasso, you're recommending, you're excited for that. You watched the first season. Check that out on Apple TV. Okay, very
Definitely.
good. Anything else of you are excited for, or that you recommend, or anything like that, Dean or Nick? Anything caught your eye?
I am excited for the Book of Boba Fett, which is starting in the coming month of December. I'm very excited for that. The Mandalorian, we have all talked about gushingly on this show, how much we enjoy it.
Yep.
I'm excited for the Book of Boba Fett. Another thing I will say, it was a trailer that was played during Ghostbusters, and I'm not exactly sure when it comes out, but the new Batman movie. I have got to say, for as completely not stoked as I was to find out that Robert Pattinson was playing Batman, I'm very excited for this movie. I just like the feel of it. I don't know if it's the fact that they used a different rendition of my favorite Nirvana song in the trailer. I don't know what it is, but something in the way that trailer comes across and hits me is, I am pumped. They showed it before Ghostbusters again, and I'd already seen that trailer, but I'm just like, man, I feel like this is going to be a good take on Batman. So I'm looking forward to that. Whenever, Brian, do you know when that movie comes out?
It's next. I think
is it like
next,
March
next year.
or February or something like that? Okay.
Let's find out real quick here. But yeah, I definitely I'm with you 100%. I was not thrilled about the choice necessarily for no good reason. He did nothing wrong, Robert Pattinson. It's just
I'm not sold yet. I tell you, I've seen a couple trailers so far, and I have my doubts about Robert Pattinson, and it looks badass. It does. I like the tone, the feel of it, the look and the coloring and everything. I don't know. I'm just not sold on him yet. I'm gonna go see it, of course.
Yeah.
March 4th,
I'm gonna go see it on March 5th.
Yeah.
I'm not a diehard fan. I'm not gonna go see it that day. Come on.
Yeah, it's just the early. It's like the first year of Batman, so it kind of sets the tone there, or takes place in that time frame, which is pretty good. Yeah.
The voice is gonna be a big deal.
And he didn't seem to be.
No, it doesn't. From what I hear,
we'll see.
Yeah.
Christian Bale ruined a thing for everybody.
Yeah, like the Batman franchise.
I want to recognize somebody here that passed away. I don't know how familiar you are with this, but
Convincing idiots, obituaries, worries.
I like that.
One guy real fast that I wasn't that familiar with his work, but Dan Aykroyd's brother passed away.
Huh.
So Peter Aykroyd. So he was on Saturday Night Live. He was 66. He was
Did he die real fast,
on the
or-
show. What's that?
Nothing.
Did he die fast?
Yeah, you said real fast, and then you went into the
Oh.
obituary.
Gotcha.
And then sure if he
No.
died real fast or
Obituaries, worries.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but Dave Frischberg, he was a composer, and his most famous composition was probably on the Schoolhouse Rock shorts on Saturday mornings. I'm Just a Bill. He was 88 years of age. Do you know?
Okay.
Do you know that song, Dean?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Nick. Now this is outside of your era.
mean, you had
but
to
you know
have heard
Schoolhouse Rock.
Right, I'm just a
is?
bill sitting on Capitol Hill.
Right,
Yeah,
That's
right. Yeah.
correct.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Very good. So,
You get a gold star.
Oh, thanks.
excellent. So yes.
You get a little withered, wrinkly old man star for knowing that song. Good job.
Yeah.
He looks
Yes.
sad, but that's just the frown lines in his face from all those years of experience. He's actually
think-
happy.
You thinks it's a star, but it's just a mushroom stamp right on the forehead.
That is how people back in your day handled, awarding people. So there you go.
We were just touchy-feely, that's all.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So anyway, Schoolhouse Rock was definitely big when I was a kid. Watched the cartoons on Saturday morning, and just it taught you a lot. It's just a different era, using music to help teach, and that certainly carried on with other shows and other kids shows and all that, using music to help kids learn. So they were definitely one of the first to do that. So very, very good stuff.
My dog watches Sesame Street while we're away.
Very good.
Yeah.
It's because it looks
Awesome.
like a Muppet.
Yeah, he does.
Very awesome. I did see on Sesame Street, by the way, now that you mentioned it, that they are adding its first Asian American Muppet to the cast. Named
Ah.
Really?
Lee Ji Young. Ji Young will
I
make
would have
it.
thought they've already had one.
No,
Oh, okay.
it'll make it. She will make
Cool.
her first Asian American, and say she'll join the cast. So she'll be a 7-year-old Korean American girl, and she's set to debut on Thanksgiving Day.
Nice.
So there you
Isn't
have
that
it.
what you are on your off time, Brian?
What's that? An Asian American girl?
7-year-old Asian American girl?
No. No. I almost said something really
I know,
terrible, but no.
I backed you up into a corner.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Thank you.
That's got what I want to know. That.
I was going to say something along like that's actually how Dean and I met online. Just a very, very strange.
You should have
Very
went with that.
strange
God
thing.
damn
I'm
it.
glad you said it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, come
strange
on.
thing. I was like, here we are. Dean's like, that's not what I expected at all. It was just we became friends. Just weird.
Yeah.
Very, very weird. Yeah.
Started with chess. He stole my pawn.
And then as far as trailers, we saw the new Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. So
Oh my God. That's probably right now the biggest thing that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last trailer, it almost showed too much. I now have more information about the plot than I care to when I see now. Because now it's very clear. You
I
saw it
don't
in
think
the
you
trailer.
do.
That's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with that. I think that
Peter Parker now teams up with Doc. They teamed up with Doc Ock.
No,
What?
they are so meticulous in what they show you, when and why. I don't think that they're doing what Ghostbusters did, where they showed you a lot of the movie.
I don't know, man.
I
So
think
not
that
only.
okay, there's this one scene, and I will credit New Rockstars, the YouTube New Rockstars,
Okay.
for pointing this out. There's the one scene where the Sandman is big heads coming up, and the lizard's coming up, and somebody else is coming, Electra, and Peter Parker's as Spider-Man's jumping up to punch him.
Mhm.
They've edited out other things in this.
Sure.
Because he's not the one just jumping into three things, and the lizard's just jumping into the air into nothing.
Yeah. I don't know. I think what's going to happen is he saw the scene where clearly they team up with Doc
I want to
Ock.
hear it.
No, not here, not now, because I don't
Okay.
know, because I don't think
Maybe
there's some
offline?
things that we don't. Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Okay.
I think when Mary Jane is falling, I bet that he's trying to catch her. It would not shock me another Spider-Man swings and catches her.
That would be awesome.
You know. Yeah.
And that's where that's like the introduction into that one.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how that one comes into play.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
yeah.
But-
I mean, look at the that is the same time period in the trailer at night where Doctor Strange is saying they're coming through and I can't stop them.
Right.
You don't know what or who he's talking about.
Who them
Right.
is?
Right.
Yep. So looks great. We'll definitely be there to go check that one out. So
Yeah.
all right. Go ahead.
So expect pictures like you did this past weekend on our website or our Facebook page and Twitter and Instagram of us being out there together seeing the movie.
Yes, absolutely.
So if you want to see our beautiful faces, visit our sites.
That's right. All right, guys. So we are out of time. So we want to
Good.
just
My back is
say
killing
again. We thank anybody listening. We thank our family and friends who offer continuous support. I mean, we were at
Your
Nick,
guys'
already-
family and friends support you?
Yeah, about
Ours
that.
do. Yeah.
Damn it.
Well, at least
Damn it.
Allie does. At least Allie does. I don't know.
That's
I barely have anybody
Right.
ask.
Hey, my mom took a picture with us this weekend. She's our fan.
Yes, I was going to add that. So I was saying,
Did you see the Twitter post?
I did. Yes, I gotta put that on our Instagram as well. Yes.
yes,
Maybe
so
we'll do
you're-
Fan Fridays. There we go. Fan Fridays.
Ooh, I
For-
like.
For
Ooh,
I like
1
that.
week and 1 week only. Here's
like
the one
that.
time we took a picture with somebody. It's
I
Fan
like that.
Friday.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
your mom and aunt are just very sweet and supportive, and
Yeah.
your Uncle Scott and just
Yep.
it's just
and all
so
of them get
very
handsy when they're
very,
drunk.
very 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 nice.
Yes. Yes. That's why I'm such
So-
a glowing ray of sunshine because I
That's right.
I had such positive reinforcement as a child.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Can you tell if I did or not?
I can tell. Yes. I can tell the situation.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
so thanks-
anyway, if you would
Thank
like
you.
some
Yes,
positive
Thank you. Go ahead, please.
reinforcement,
Have you
Uh,
done the outro in the version of Donald Trump yet?
I don't believe I have.
Oh, I think
I
you
don't
should.
believe I have. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, if you would like some positive reinforcement, you should go and check out all of our social media accounts. They're the best you've ever seen. Okay, they're the greatest. They're the best. They're the best. I promise. You're gonna love it. It's great there. They got Facebook. They got Instagram. But you can see pictures of us, right? It's wonderful. You're gonna love it. It's great. It's the best. But I'm told it's the best Instagram account that Instagram's ever seen. It's great. You're gonna love it. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Okay, they're all there for you. Okay, you're gonna love all of them. They're great. They're very positive reinforcement. Okay, they're gonna tell you that no matter what you like, no matter what you do, you're great. Okay, as long as you're a straight white man, it's gonna be great. You're gonna love it. You should also go over to our website, okay, while you're on the internet. We don't judge what you do on the internet, okay? Just go over to the internet, type in www.convincingidiots.wordpress.com, okay? And there, you're going to go there, you're going to sign up, you're going to click that donate money, okay? You're going to give us money, okay? You have to. You're going to give us money because you want us to keep coming back, okay? Do the right thing. It's what you need to do, okay? All right? It's what you're going to want to do. Donate money to us. Give us all the money you have. Okay, we'll take care of you, I promise. If you get in any trouble for it, any bankruptcy, we'll totally bail you out. I promise you that. We will come to your rescue, okay? Also, it's fine.
We can't.
No, it's
Mr. Trump, we can't do
no,
that.
it's all fine. It's all fine.
Oh.
It's taken care
Oh.
of. It's taken care of.
Oh.
It's totally fine.
Oh,
We're gonna
boy.
figure it out. It's all in the details. We're gonna figure it out. Okay, it's gonna be great. You're gonna love it. It's the best you've ever seen. You're gonna love it. Then You're going to go and sign up for our emails. Do we get emails? We have emails, Brian. We send out emails to everybody, right? We're going to do that.
Yes,
We're
sir.
going to send out emails to everybody. Okay. So be sure to go to convincingidiots.wordpress.com. Also go to Convincing Idiots Linktree, okay? From what I've told, is a tree that grows. It's got links, okay? You just go to the tree, you pick them off, whatever. They're free. Help yourself to the links, okay?
No,
Podcasts,
Mr. President,
social medias, whatever. They're all there.
Oh,
They're all there.
No, you
they're all
can't.
there. I'm told they're all there. It's fine.
Okay.
It's totally fine. So be sure to go to all those social media accounts. So for this week of Convincing Idiots, I am your Lord and Savior, Donald J. Trump.
I'm Brian Gen X.
Dean the Zennial.
Have we convinced you that you can get away with literally anything you want, and we will come and save you?
As long as you use that voice.
Ham gravy.